What's going on, everybody? My name's Bo Bame, and I'm hosting this week's show.
Just kidding, dude. It's me. What's up, Big League? What a beautiful morning it is. Week 5. Got a lot of winners and losers. Let's go. So, what an interesting week it was. We got 2 4-0 teams, which is very good for them. We got a few 2-2 teams, and we got a lot of 1-3 teams, and we got one 0-4 team, which is Mr. Reynolds. But he is still not out of it. And we got one 3-1 team, which is Mr. Frankie Scanderini. So, I would talk about last week, but due to the vote, that has been eliminated from the show. So we're just going to hop right into the new week. Let's start it off. Me versus Creamy Beige. Not good for me. I'm 1-3. I'm on a 2-lose streak, which is not good, versus Charlie, who is 4-0. So not the type of team I want to play right now if I want to show some life. But let's go ahead and talk about the matchup. So me, got Matt Ryan versus Carolina, divisional. Julio Jones clearly hurt. The Falcons are they in a slump. Still fantasy relevant in a sense, but Matty Ice is going to be a hit or miss, I think, from here on out. He's not going to be that consistent, so may have to bounce back and forth with him and Joe Burrow. But this week, Burrow's playing Baltimore Ravens, so I will have to roll with Matty Ice. Todd Gurley, say what you will, and I agree with you. I think he's slow as shit. He looks like he's moving slow motion. But he's actually tied for second in the RBs in the league for touchdowns. Definitely touchdown dependent. But, 3 out of the 4 weeks, he scored well over 10 points. So, say what you will, but he is putting up decent numbers. Not great, but decent. Josh Jacobs, I got haters on him, but I was still high on him. I think he's still underperformed the past couple weeks, but I think he's going to have some big games up and coming. They play KC this week, so hopefully he gets a lot of work put in. D-Hop, can't even argue with me there. I don't care who you are, but he definitely underperformed last game. The Cardinals just didn't play well. He only got, 11 points. Don't count on him getting that low amount of points here on out. Should go ham against the Jets. Tyler Boyd playing at Baltimore. Boyd has been very consistent. He's deserved his place on my roster, and I think he has been one of my top players as far as fantasy point wise in the past couple weeks. Hayden Hurst definitely getting the looks. He got a couple throws down the field that he just couldn't get haul in for Matty Ice, but Matty Ice likes him some Hurst, and with a banged-up Falcons team, Hurst is definitely going to get more looks. So I like that in a sense, having them both. Robert Woods playing at Washington. He's hit or miss. It all depends on if it's his day or not. It's nothing that you can depend on, but he consistently gets me around 10 points or more, and hopefully he does well versus Washington. So, Charlie, going with A-Bear, quarterback for the Chargers, being that Aaron Rodgers is on a bye. Thank you, Jesus, for me. Playing the Saints Monday night. Projected 19 points. We'll see how how he does. I like the kid. I think he's a good quarterback. I really hope the Saints stick it to him for my sake and the Saints' sake. Joe Mixon, coming off of a wonderful week. Probably like a career-high week. What an awesome game. I don't expect that out of him moving forward. Still think he's not good fantasy-wise, and he's just the O-line and for the Bengals is not that great. And he plays Baltimore this week, so we'll see how that goes. Then you got Robinson, running back for Jaguars at Houston. He's been doing fairly well. I think he should do well against Houston, especially they're having coaching issues over there. So we'll see how that goes. You got Metcalf. He's a hoss, big fan, playing Minnesota. Should definitely get his work in. Then you got Jefferson, wide receiver from Minnesota at Seattle. So they're playing each other. That is probably the scariest thing for me because they play Sunday night. And he's constantly got a deep threat receiver on both ends the entire game. So I don't really like that. Hopefully we'll have some good defense play that day. And you got Waller. Waller's been lights out. I think he's number 3 tight end right now. He's playing at KC. Definitely should continue to produce. Then you got Michael Thomas in your flex. We'll see if he's coming back or not. I'm not sure. I didn't really read too much into it. So if y'all know if he is or not, cool. But I don't know. So we'll see if he comes back. Good for the Saints. Bad for me if he does. As far as who's going to win, I have yet to say I'm going to win all season, except for last week versus Frankie. I said I was going to beat Frank, and I did not. Definitely didn't perform the way I wanted to. So I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup. But I'm gonna have to go. I think Chuck, you're gonna go 5-0. I don't think I'm gonna be able to squeeze this one out. So I think I'm gonna go 1-4, and be in some big trouble. So good for you. Next match, we got Buckmaster versus the Unbeatables. Mike, this is probably a great week for you to play Matt, being your 2-2. Good week to go get up on the hill and be 3-2, get above 500. Lindbergh, I'm sorry, buddy, that I keep talking down about your team every week, but I mean it's just it is what it is, buddy. It's just you know what you got. So Mike, you got Brady at Chicago. I know he's coming off of a very hot game. He had a lot of points last week. And let's see if he does that versus Chicago, which is a dangerous defense. Then you got Thompson, running back for Jaguars, playing in Houston. Should do pretty well. Like I said, Houston is just in shambles, I think Houston's in trouble. James White, he came back last week. He had a respectable amount of targets and carries for the crowded backfield in New England. Adam Thielen versus Seattle should do well. Tyreek Hill versus Las Vegas and Kelsey. I don't even have to really talk about him. And then you got Gallup, which I haven't really been hearing his name too much. And you got Drew Brees versus the Chargers on Monday night. I think Drew does very well. Mark Ingram versus Cincinnati. We'll see how that goes. I think he should do well versus Cincy. Chris Carson versus Minnesota should do well. Robinson, Tampa, all right. Robinson could be a very good play on Thursday night. But Tampa Bay's defense is actually pretty good. Then you got Samuel, wide receiver for San Francisco versus Miami. Their quarterback situation's trash. Then Jared Cook, who got a goose egg last week. James Conner playing Philly. We shall see. I'm going to have to... I don't know, actually. You know what, Lindbergh? I think you might have a shot. I think it's going to be tight. I'm going to go with Lindbergh this week. I'm going to give you the W there, Lindbergh, and go 2-3. Next match, we got Cerebral Assassin and my dad's fastest swimmer. Frankie's 3-1, and Corey is 2-2. So he's got Patty Mahomes versus Oakland. That should be a good matchup. I mean, it's Patty Mahomes. He's going to do well. You got Davis from Carolina versus Atlanta. That running back has been very accommodating while CMC's been out. He should do well versus Atlanta for sure. Then you got Gibson. He had a good game. He's playing the Rams. So we'll see about that. Cooper Kupp at Washington. Kupp had a big touchdown last week down the middle, I think 50-something yards or something like that. So let's see if he continues to produce with that. CeeDee Lamb, I have to say CeeDee Lamb is definitely one of Dak Prescott's top targets over there. He is definitely producing. Then you got Andrews, tight end for Baltimore, big fan. He should get in the end zone versus Cincy. And then you got Pascal, wide receiver for Indy versus Cleveland. So it's kind of like a little plug-in right there. Then you got Corey with Carr at KC. I think Carr should do fairly well. I think they're going to play up to their competition. I think Oakland and KC have a high-scoring game, so he should put up some points. Then you got Brown, running back for the Rams at Washington. He should do well versus Washington. Ezekiel Elliott versus the Giants. He's definitely going to eat. I think the Giants are just complete trash. I know you lost Chubb last week. Sorry about that, but good news for Jeremy, for sure, for having Kareem Hunt. I think he's going to be a top 5 back because of that. Mike Evans with a questionable designation. I don't know if he's going to practice today. We'll see, but I think Mike sees the field of Chicago and gets in the end zone. Calvin Ridley versus Carolina. I hope he does well because I have the quarterback, and it's Calvin Ridley. They didn't have a good game versus Green Bay. Let's just face it, it was terrible. And you got Higbee. He does well. And then you got Cole Beasley. I like the Cole Beasley play, Corey. I actually picked him up in my other league just to have a little more depth in wide receiver on my bench. And Beasley's actually been getting a lot of looks from Allen over there in Buffalo. So don't sleep on Beasley. Not a bad play. I like it. I'm going to have to go, well, I think Frank's going to get the win this week. Frank, you're going to go 4-1, and Corey will go 2-3. But I am pulling for you, Corey. Hopefully you upset that. So we're halfway through. We're going to go ahead and hop right into our phone call of the week. It was to Charlie Hodgins, the highest scoring team of the week. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the big league. The highest scoring team this week was Charlie Hodgins, Creamy Beige, 188 points. Let's go ahead and give him a call.
Hello.
May I speak to Coach Charlie with Creamy Beige, please?
This is the commissioner speaking.
Oh, the commissioner. All right, that's how we're going to introduce you. Okay, all right, respectable. Highest scoring team, the commissioner. You put up 188 points last week. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Played a terrible last team and Team Bumpkin, I'm surprised he even checked his lineup, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
But very proud of Joe Mixon, all you haters out there. Raise your hand.
Yeah,
Team Bane.
I'm one of
Team
them.
Forster.
Yeah, I still think Mixon's garbage, but what an outstanding performance by Mixon.
Hey, I'll take it. 40 points, 3 touchdowns. Same goes for OBJ. The curse came through Sunday.
I couldn't
3 more
believe
touchdowns.
OBJ just, that's the type of OBJ everybody expected out of OBJ, the way he performed. So could he keep that up? I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. He's riding my bench this week against you.
That's right. We are playing each other, and I'm in a desperate need of a W here, going 1-3. So
Ouch.
you are 4-0, so it is not the greatest situation for myself. Dealing with some quarterback issues because of a banged-up receiving core. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. How are you feeling about the matchup? Do you think it'll be close, or are you just gonna completely?
I'm down the quarterback, so I had to waiver wire it up and landed Justin Hebert on Monday night against our beloved Saints.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but it was either him or Teddy Bridgewater. So.
Yeah, well, just go easy on me, okay? I'm trying to bounce back here.
I don't know. I don't think you're gonna do it this week.
I don't think so either. I think I'm in trouble, but
But
yeah.
who knows? I mean, in 2 weeks, there might not be an NFL season because Titans players keep testing positive, and now Stephon Gilmore tested positive, and he played against the Chiefs, so now they might test positive. Who knows with this shit, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely crazy, but we'll see what happens. But do you have anything you want to say to the league?
Not really. I'm just tired of all the crybabies in the league.
You got plenty of those.
If you know who you are, just stay quiet about it.
If the shoe fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking for running backs. Anybody out there that wants to trade for a good receiver? Got good receivers. I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, hey, dude, I'll give you Todd Gurley. I mean, he's tied for second in touchdowns, surprisingly.
All right. I'll give you Alshon Jeffrey, who I bought this week.
Yeah, they said a friend of mine told me on the morning news that Todd Gurley looked like a couch running around on the field.
You know, I heard that too. He can get in the end zone. He'll have 3 carries for 2 touchdowns and 9 yards. So
Yeah.
Keep riding that train, baby.
Definitely touchdown dependent. One of his O-linemen, I think, threw him in the end zone for one of his touchdowns this past week. So,
Yeah, I think the O-line were passing and had to come back. I don't know.
yeah. All right.
All right, well,
it was a
Commissioner's
pleasure.
got to get back to work.
Okay.
Good luck, League, this week.
Yep.
Good luck, Team Fame,
All right.
this week.
Yeah, same to you, pal.
And looking forward to the video. I love your videos. Wouldn't trade it for anybody else. And whoever the haters are on the videos can go fuck themselves.
I appreciate the shout out there, Chuck. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right, see you
Bye-bye.
Sunday. Bye-bye. The commissioner. What a guy. Wow. That was the commissioner. And if y'all are watching close, rewind the film. You can watch my fish completely vomiting in the fish tank and just moving on with life. So if you want to see some comedy, rewind it. And my fish definitely just threw up. So moving on to Cream Lou versus the Villain, a much-needed win, just like myself, but not as bad as Cream Lou being 0-4. He needs the W bad, and he's going against a red-hot Villain right now who's 2-2. Past 2 weeks, he's been putting up some numbers here. So let's hop in it. Reynolds has got Watson playing at Jaguars. I just don't like any Houston players right now, but we'll see what he does. Austin Eckler still in the lineup. I don't know if you knew this, Reynolds, but Eckler is definitely out for a few weeks, so you may want to take him out of your lineup and put somebody else in. Clyde Edwards, a former Dem boy, he is playing the Vegas Raiders. I think he's going to do well. Will Fuller versus Jaguars. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully you get that connection with Watson. You're definitely going to need it. You got Robbie Anderson with Carolina. Definitely the deep threat over there versus Atlanta. Hit or miss, but hey, if Robbie gets it, he gets it. And you got Noah Fant. I know he's injured. So we'll see about that. I think he was carted off last game, if I can remember. And then you got Parker, who is in your flex for Miami. So now you're playing Emil, who's got Dak Prescott, who's red fucking hot. He's playing the Giants. I think he continues to go red hot, score over 30 fantasy points versus the Giants. Alvin Kamara is going to do what he does, definitely get over 20, 25 points. You got Henderson versus Washington. I don't know, not a big fan. Then you got Brown, wide receiver for Tennessee, who's got a questionable designation versus Buffalo. We will see about him. Not a big fan either. You got Marquise Brown with the Baltimore. He's hit or miss, but he can definitely put on a good show with Lamar Jackson under center. And then you got Greg Kittle back. He's a monster. Proved it last week, and it's arguably that he's better than Kelsey. So Kittle's a monster. And then you got Shenault, wide receiver for the Jaguars. I think he was a good waiver wire pickup this week. We'll see what he does at Houston. So I'm going to have to go with you, Villain. I think you're going to get the dub. Sorry, Matt, you're going to go 0-5. But I'm pulling for you to make that a wrong guess. All right, second to last. You like Thon versus Trump 2020. What an interesting matchup. You got a retard versus the Patriot, Ryan Freeman. Buffkin's 1-3, Ryan's 2-2. So really, they both need a W. Buffkin needs it more. You got Russell Wilson, who's been very productive playing Minnesota. Should put up solid numbers. Melvin Gordon at New England. New England's defense has been pretty stout, so we'll see what Melvin Welvy can do versus that. You got Derrick Henry. Who knows with all the COVID shit going on? It's a fucking mess. Hopefully that clears up for everyone's sake, but we'll see. Big question mark right there. Then you got Jamison Crowder for the Jets versus Arizona. I mean, hit or miss. I mean, it's the Jets. Tyler Lockett, huge player to have with your Russell Wilson combo there. I think does very well versus Minnesota. Zach Ertz, not really high on him this year. He's hit or miss. He's going to be playing at Pitt. Then you got Shark for the Jaguars. I really like Shark at Houston, and he does well. Then you got Lamar Jackson Ryan. He will do very well versus Cincinnati. Excuse me. Then you got Gaskin, running back from Miami versus San Fran. Miami's definitely playing way better than they did last year, obviously. So we'll see what he does versus San Francisco's banged-up defense. Then you got Devin Singletary at Tennessee. I think he should put up decent numbers. Golden Tate, still not a fan. I wouldn't have him in my lineup, but you got him in your wide receiver 1 at Dallas. And you got Amari Cooper. Hopefully he does well versus the Giants. I think he gets in the end zone actually a couple times this week. Then you got Evan Ingram, tight end for the Giants, not a fan, and Emmanuel Sanders. If Michael Thomas comes back, we'll see how that goes. But Sanders definitely can get some work put in. I'm going to have to go with Buffkin this week. I think he gets his W, goes 2-3, and Ryan goes 2-3. In the last matchup, we got Brady Bunch versus Me Pussy, Me Dak, Me Shat. Luke's 4-0, and Jeremy is 2-2. So you got Josh Allen, who I think is one of the top quarterbacks this season. Been saying it. I think he's becoming elite playing at Tennessee. I think he'll get well over 30 points versus Tennessee if they play. Dalvin Cook, running back Minnesota at Seattle, will definitely do well. Taylor with Indy, he's been doing very good playing at Cleveland. He's going to do well. Stephon Diggs, he's kind of he can have a huge game or a decent game playing at Tennessee. So we'll see with the COVID shit. Juju Smith-Schuster playing Philly. We'll see how he does coming off of his bye week with the COVID. Then you got Schultz tied in with Dallas, who's been pretty decent. He's got a questionable designation. And you got Kenyon Drake, who's, I'm not the biggest fan of Kenyon, but we'll see. Then Jeremy, Big Ben Roethlisberger back on the roster playing Philly. I think he does well versus Philly. Kareem Hunt, top 5 back now. I got him into the league. Very high on Hunt now. That Chubb is down. Sorry, Corey. But Hunt's definitely going to put up over 20 points versus Indy. Then you got Miles Sanders. People are super high on him. Some people are not. Some people don't care. But he's been doing pretty good. Playing at Pitt, very good defense. We'll see how that goes. Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's definitely putting up some better numbers with that rookie quarterback. I like the connection playing Monday night versus New Orleans. So we'll see. Hopefully not. He doesn't do good for the Saints' sake, but for Jeremy's sake, yes. And you got Scary Terry. Playing the Rams. I like me some Scary Terry. He definitely is one of Washington's top guys. Then you got Jonnu Smith, tight end, Tennessee. Once again, COVID bullshit. We'll see, playing Buffalo. Then David Johnson, who's got a big question mark on production. So I don't know. The league was talking a lot of shit about him this week, so we'll see. He's projected 14 points. So a much-needed win by Mr. Me Pussy, and Luke is 4-0. I am going to have to go with Luke Pa this week. But I think it's going to be very close. And pending on with the COVID situation, that could change. So we shall see. But that's it. That's all the teams. It's a lot shorter show because we cut some segments. So good luck, week 5. See y'all next week.